Hello, first graders. Today we are going to be starting something new and we are going to learn all about shapes. So there are two categories of shapes. One category is called geometric and the other category is called organic. What do these categories mean? Why do shapes have different categories? Let's talk about it. First, let's talk about our geometric shapes. Now, believe it or not, you have all seen geometric shapes. They are everywhere. Here I have a notepad and some other geometric shapes that I found around my house. Geometric shapes usually require a ruler or something straight to draw it neatly. Well, a circle doesn't require a ruler. That is one of our exceptions. The circles break the rules. Here I'm tracing some of the shapes I found by holding it with my hand and carefully going around the object. If you make any mistakes, you can go back and make it a little bit neater after you move the object. Here I have the notepad, and I have this rectangular organizer for your binder. See, I'm holding it with one hand and carefully going around it with my marker. That's going to make a perfect rectangle. So make sure you take your time once we find some objects to trace. I'm gonna have one more circle, and this breaks the rule. Remember, our geometric shapes, we usually need a ruler to make them. Except our circles, they break the rules. So here we have a square. That was my notepad. And we have the circle, the rule breakers. Another little baby circle. Moving on to our big rectangle. And we have a smaller rectangle. Now these aren't all the geometric shapes that exist, but it's a good start. Now let's move on to our organic shapes. So, organic shapes are different from geometric shapes because they are free-forming. That means you do not need a ruler to draw them. They have a lot of curved lines. They have a lot of wavy lines, both of which we learned with our last project. The clouds that we draw, those are organic shapes. We don't need a ruler to draw them, do we? Here I'm making an organic shape with a zigzag line. Organic shapes can be from our imagination. Here I have some raindrops. None of these have real names other than what we give it, whereas a square and a rectangle are assigned those names. These are organic shapes. Now let's move on to today's activity. So for today's class, we are going to start off with a scavenger hunt. Once you log back onto Zoom, I will set a timer for us to search around our house for geometric shapes that we can trace. After we trace those shapes, we are going to add our very own organic shapes from our imagination. When that is all completed, we're going to have some time to color in our artwork. After you're done watching this video, please log back onto Zoom where I will set a timer for our scavenger hunt.